That smartphone in your pocket, it feels so seamless, right? Almost like it just appeared. But the story of how it's actually made, well, that's something else entirely. Today, we're going to crack open that process and go inside Samsung's absolutely massive global manufacturing empire to see how it all comes together.
I mean, really think about it. Just pick up your phone for a second. This incredibly complex piece of tech is something we totally take for granted. But where does it really come from? The answer is so much cooler than you probably think.
Yeah, you can just forget any old-timey image of a dusty assembly line. To build millions and millions of these devices, you need something on a completely different scale. We're talking about literal, self-contained cities built for one single purpose: to create the tech that runs our lives.
So let's start right there, at the very heart of their manufacturing operation. See, Samsung's success isn't just about flashy ads. It's built on a colossal network of these factory cities that are spread all across the globe. You'll find these hubs in places like South Korea, Vietnam, India, and China, and each one is just an epicenter of production. We're talking thousands of employees packed with the most advanced machinery you can imagine, and get this, they never, ever shut down. They run 24/7, nonstop, just to keep up with our relentless demand for new phones.
Okay, so what actually happens inside one of these cities? How does a phone really come to life? Let's follow the journey from just a pile of individual parts all the way to the finished device you hold in your hand.
The whole thing really happens in three main stages. First, you have to manufacture the core components, the brains and soul of the machine. Then all those tiny parts get pieced together in a highly automated assembly process. And finally, everything is integrated into that sleek outer body that we all recognize. A phone is basically a collection of high-tech organs, right? You've got the brain, that's the processors and chips. You've got the eyes, the super sharp, high-efficiency cameras. You have the face, those amazing super AMOLED screens that make everything look so vibrant. And of course, you have the heart, the battery, which is tested like you would not believe to make sure it's safe and powerful. All right, so once all those individual components are ready to go, it's time for the main event. And this is not some chaotic, messy process. Oh no. It is a perfectly choreographed performance, a true symphony of human skill and robotic precision. And this is where it gets really interesting. You see this amazing division of labor. The robots handle the stuff that requires superhuman speed and accuracy, like soldering microscopic circuits or calibrating a camera perfectly every single time. Meanwhile, the humans are there to oversee the big picture, manage all the complex logistics, and perform those final critical quality checks that, honestly, still need a human eye. But wait, just because a phone is fully assembled, that doesn't mean it's ready. Not even close. Before any device can even dream of leaving the factory, it has to survive a brutal series of tests. It's a true gauntlet, designed to prove it's worthy of being in your hands. And the intensity here is just staggering. Each phone gets baked in extreme heat, then frozen solid, then blasted with humidity. It's dropped over and over again to test its durability. The battery is put through every safety test imaginable, and every single function, from the Wi-Fi to the cell signal, is checked and then double-checked. Only the phones that survive all of that ever make it out the door. Now, when you've perfected a process to this degree, you can operate at a scale that is just mind-boggling. So let's zoom back out for a second and look at the real impact these factory cities have on the entire world. Think about this number for a minute. Over half, more than 50%, of all Samsung phones sold across the entire planet come from one single massive factory complex in Vietnam. That one location is the largest smartphone production base in the world, period. And that incredible scale is exactly how Samsung stays at the very top of the global market. It lets them maintain a leading market share, going toe-to-toe with giants like Apple and Huawei. Because look, producing millions of devices is one thing, but doing it with this level of quality and consistency, well, that's how you stay number one. One source described these places perfectly. They called them a living example of the integration of innovation, technology, and speed. And that's really the key takeaway here, isn't it? These aren't just factories. They are this perfect fusion of those three forces, all working together to power our connected lives.
So, after seeing this incredible city sized machine in action, it kind of leaves you with one big question. If this is how our phones are being made today, with this insane level of automation and scale, what on earth does the factory of tomorrow look like? And what new kinds of technology will it create for all of us?